Hello, everybody. Hi. How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay.
We're going to make sure we're going to play this out.
Hopefully everybody can hear us.
Just let us know because this is a mobile operation.
We are next to each other. We just couldn't get all on one screen.
Yeah, we're too talented. Too much talent. We lost control. We lost connection with my mic. That's good.
Uh-oh.
So glad.
So, can't really hear JT. That's okay. Do we really need to hear JT anyway? No? No. And the bed in the background with all the stuff on it, that's JT's bed. Just so y'all know, my bed's the nice, clean one.
Rude. Rude.
Volume.
Oh. That might be it. Can you hear me now?
I can.
You can. The volume's low? I don't have my fancy setup because yours truly didn't install the right software. Is it better? There's an echo. Of course there's an echo. All right. So I'm going to mute this.
We're just going to we just have to lean in next to each other. Now there's really going to be tea.
So much tea. So much tea.
Guys, we literally just got back from dinner 15 minutes ago and tried to set all of this up. So apologize for not being a little bit more professional. Okay, but now you're getting my bad side in your camera view. Yeah, let's not show my fat cheeks. Okay.
Stop it.
So.
Hi, everyone.
So, guys, I thought I was leaving Texas and coming to Denver and it was going to be cooler. Mm-hmm. It's hotter here than at home.
It's a dry heat.
It's still hot. It's still hot. And then we decide to walk to dinner because JT goes, Chewy's is just right down the road.
It is just right down the road.
It's over a freeway.
Through a river.
Through the river to the other side. I mean, I was sweating in places that women don't like to talk about. It's kind of a dry heat. Yeah. And then we had Mike with us from Brew Crime.
Mm-hmm.
Who, he was sweating everywhere too.
We walked a lot today in Boulder.
They went to Boulder to try to get Boulder.
You're not allowed to climb on them.
And JT has been drinking all day, so I'm going to just throw that out there that I have had one drink. How many of you had today?
I've had like 3 flights of beer throughout the day.
3 flights of beer.
Yeah, but it's only 3 or 4 glasses. It's not.
Each flight is 3 or 4 glasses.
Correct.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I do gas math, is that like 10 beers?
But it was over a period of hours.
And now we're having hot wine because we went to Target. So I am happy to be here in Colorado with you.
Yeah.
And I did get a free dad hug.
Yeah. This shirt's much more popular here.
Is it?
Yeah, then
we should have thought, let's see if I can reach the shirt I made for you without breaking everything. I made JT a shirt because I was just being extra.
Okay, so here's the front. Here's the front. All right, here's the back.
I thought it was cute.
It is cute. It's adorbs.
It's cute. So, what else is going on?
You want to talk about Gypsies, Tramps, and
Rose
Queens?
Is pregnant. I mean, guys, She hasn't been out for like 6 months. I mean, I will say I was happy to read her thoughts on why she will be a better mom than what her mom was. So that made me happy. I keep looking at you sideways, not realizing I can just look straight ahead and see your face. Yeah. But I think maybe it will give her some of the stability and normalcy she needs in her life. I mean,
Possible.
if you look at her mom, if she's 50% better than her mom was, she'll be doing a better job, right?
It's a low bar.
It's a low bar.
It's a real low bar.
I was going to ask something to ask off camera, off mic. Oh, I don't know how you do that.
What? Ask what?
Are we allowed to mention those? So I decided to partake since I am in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
And if my brother or any family member is watching, get over yourself, okay? I'm in Denver. I'm doing what they do in Denver. Pass the note. Exactly. So JT bought these, and they taste like Skittles, and I ate one. So I just want to give that information in case things go really sideways and I just fall over and go to sleep.
All right. I think I've got the necessary things.
So I am kind of
welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, because I have a girlfriend who says that puff, puff, path. Apparently there was a show called Puff and Stuff.
Yeah. Some more puff and stuff.
Something like that my husband and one of my girlfriends who's closer to my husband's age. Because I got told that, would you say I was 21 today? Or I looked
I said
20?
19. That's why I didn't ask
19.
you for a drink at the bar. See, everybody needs a friend like.
Yeah, but I told him if he's going to lie to me, HR puff and stuff. If he's going to lie to me, he needs to try to do better.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
You know, we've got snacks. I even bought him some.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Bucky's scorpion pepper sauce, and then I got him some beaver nuggets because you need beaver nuggets, right?
At some point, they're planning on building 4 in Virginia, and I'm sure I'll get all the beaver nuggets I want.
Now, if anybody is close in Colorado, you are welcome to come and see us in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay to come to the thing. Not that they heard me. I'm looking around like they can hear me. They could be watching, but hey, you can come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
And yes, we are sharing a room, but there's 2 beds. So nobody think there's going to be a whole lot of tea.
No. Other than the hard, iced tea that I had.
Oh, okay. I was like going, where are you going with this hard?
I knew exactly where everybody thought I was going.
I know. I was like going, where are you going with that?
Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, fair. Mm-hmm. There it is. It's coming. Here it comes.
But you ate 2 of them. I only ate 1.
And I had 2 on my way to see you.
Oh my God, that's 4?
Yeah.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. Betsy. Okay. So, and also while we were walking back from the really far away restaurant, we saw the cutest little, what were they called? The little ground prairie dogs. There was like 10.
Yeah, probably above ground. 10
prairie dogs above ground. We saw a bunny rabbit. And then we saw a snake. Hold on, let me put on my old lady glasses.
It's they're each 4 pieces is 9.26 milligrams. So
okay.
I've had 4.
I'm gonna just say, look at the picture You women are going to know what I thought this picture was a picture of. I literally thought it was.
I mean, you know what? The graphic artist had a very sick joke.
Oh my God, my bestie's on here. She has never been on here.
Well, she's here. What's up, Cheryl? Miss Cheryl? That's the Texas way, right?
It
Miss
is.
Cheryl?
I am drinking Josh Rosé that I bought at Target. Tried to find something to go along with our topic tonight, but let's just say Target didn't have a big selection.
Yeah, massive Target, but no wine in the fridge.
Yeah, no wine in the fridge, so it's hot. It's hot because the vending machine's all the way at the other end of the hallway to get ice. And that's just too far after all the walking you made me do. Because for those of you that don't know me personally, I did show up wearing 3-inch heels.
Yes.
That I wore all day on the plane.
You were taller than me.
The 10 minutes at the airport to get to luggage. So, yeah, I'm not walking anymore. I hit 15,000 steps today.
That checks out. You didn't even have a stop during your flight. It was a non-stopper.
It was a non-stop flight. Well, I am... Oh, if my bestie's on, that means you have electricity again. They have not had power because of the hurricane. She lives in the Houston area. And she has 2 teenage boys. Can you imagine 2 teenagers with no internet and no power?
Do you still have 2 teenagers who ate who first?
I was more worried about her.
Oh, I think if she's your friend, she can take care of herself.
She's the good part of me.
Oh.
When she and I met, she barely drank. She didn't smoke.
Every Batman needs a Joker.
No, I put on flippers to walk to the restaurant. I took off my flippers because stupid me decided I didn't want to take an Uber because I hope she doesn't too. But I decided to take a taxi instead of an Uber.
Or a bus.
Because when I went to go do the Uber app, I hadn't used it in a while, so it needed to download. I was tired. So I said, I'll just take a taxi. $125 to take a taxi, and that's without a tip.
For like 24 to 32 miles.
Yeah. And then I looked on the Uber app, and it would have been $45. The taxi guy even charged me the toll road fees.
Of course.
Well, it's because somebody told me they were going to pick me up at the airport, and then he dissed me.
No, budget dissed me, despite the fact that I paid. I was going to rent a car for $60 for 24 hours. And I rented it at 9 a.m. for 10. We got there at 10:15.
Oh, I didn't know you actually went there to pick it up.
We Ubered there to pick it up. I went there at 10:15, and she comes out and goes, she says, and I quote, "Oh, I was just coming in here to call you." It's 10:15. When were you going to call me? And then she said, "We don't have any cars." And I said, "Well, what do you mean? Because I just made this reservation at the call center." And she said, "Well, they don't get the updated number, of cars that we have." And I said, "Your systems don't talk to each other." "No, they don't." "Okay. Can I get a refund?" "You prepaid, so you're going to have to call them." "Can you do anything for me?" Nope. So they rented me a car they didn't have, and their systems don't talk to each other because if you call the center itself and it rings once, it goes straight to the call center. So you can bet they never pick it up because it goes to the call center. Budget.
So my bestie says, you need to bring me sunflowers. So when she picks me up at the airport, when I fly in, when I didn't live in the same state, she picked me up and would have flowers for me. All you got me were
I couldn't
gummies.
even rent a car successfully, let alone pick a sunflower. It is called budget for a reason. You're not kidding.
Okay, I will say I flew Frontier Airlines for the first time ever.
Never again.
I mean, I'm going to say if you're a college student or if you're not used to traveling all the time, it would probably be okay. But for somebody who flies internationally and travels a lot, every airline that I've ever done, you get 50 pounds for your luggage. You pay for your luggage, right? Frontier Airlines, 40 pounds. So I had to lose 10 pounds. Then I got there and I was a pound over. So they made me pull out a pound, put it in my purse, or I had to pay $100 for a pound.
Yeah.
Plus, they charged me $74 for a checked bag or $74 for a carry-on.
If you like the subgenre on Pornhub of nickel and diming, Frontier's your place.
Now, I did have 2 great seatmates.
That's
the guy Grady on the left, I didn't ask her name, but she is now following us
all sitting
on
on hard plastic seats.
All on the hard plastic seats.
We're at the Marriott
in Westminster.
Yeah, Marriott Westminster, right across from the Macaroni Grill. And Target.
Of course, we couldn't walk to the Macaroni Grill because it was closer. We had to walk to the Chewy's.
I wanted Mike to experience it. He never had it.
I mean, he is from Canada. I get it. Yeah, so I will tell you, Frontier, everybody was nice. My husband, Double H, and I got to the...
We're literally at the conference. Everybody just needs to look up the True Crime Paranormal.
Everybody knows where we're at. I got to the Austin airport, and we are looking for Frontier, and then we see a sign, you must go to the South Terminal. My husband and I look at each other, and we're like, what? There's another terminal? So we had to leave the main terminal, which is the only one I've ever gone out of, had to drive around. It's like 6 miles around to go. You get to that terminal, then guys, very small inside, and then there's big outdoor patio.
It's about what's on the inside that counts, and they didn't have nothing.
I mean, it was hot, but I had 2 great seatmates. Grady on the left was here for a wedding. I didn't ask her name, but she was going to Breckenridge for a bachelorette party. So I was between the wedding people.
You could have been the crasher.
I could have been the crasher.
Yeah.
I could have been the crasher. But can I tell you what I was thinking of the whole time I was sitting on those hard seats?
Yes, please.
What if somebody passes gas and it's really loud?
Can I tell you what happened on my flight from Charlotte to Denver? There was a guy who had his tablet, and the cool part about that one plane was that they actually have something that lifts up and will hold your tablet against the seat, which is new to me. And he put his tablet up, and he turned on Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon is with Mel Gibson.
What's Eddie Murphy's?
Beverly Hills
Cop. And he's watching the first one, and if you've seen Beverly Hills Cop, there's a stripper scene.
Uh-huh.
And
that was me.
Oh.
I was the stripper in that.
Duly noted. Well, can I tell you that I saw all of you? Because it's literally up there and it's the row in front of me. And do you know who he's sitting next to? Like an 82-year-old grandmother who's doing a crossword. Oh, you know she did.
You know, you're supposed to look at the camera, not me.
But
I know, we keep looking at each other.
And the mic's here. Enjoy my profile. That's all you get. Anyway, so there was no hurry to pull it down. There was no pause. In fact, at one point during that, he pulled out his headphone and looked at it and then put it right back in and just ignored anybody who was... It was something.
Well, I was coming back from Finland last time, or maybe it was the time before. Anyway, I was watching Magic Mike on my tablet up like that. Totally not paying attention to the fact there was kids right behind me. But I mean, I would say they were like monkey butts age.
Well, you know what they say. The airlines is where a boy becomes a man. And so Magic Mike just did it.
I've never heard that saying.
Because I just made it up.
Okay, I was like, is that part of the Mile High Club or what?
No. There's not enough space in those bathrooms.
And guys, this is what has been crazy. The reason my suitcase was so heavy wasn't because I brought a lot of clothes. I brought the lights and everything so we could be lit up. Great. Plug it in, and now the light doesn't work because Frontier broke it. And I brought the fancy camera and all of the lenses. Not all of them. I only brought one lens. So we can do pictures, and I brought a tripod.
Hi, I'm the tripod.
Okay, I want to see that.
Nope.
I want to see that.
I am...
So you know what I just thought of? We're doing mistress murders tonight, and we are both married and staying in a hotel room together. That just hit me.
Yeah, but see, I don't like the endings of any of these stories. So,
well,
also,
I think our spouses know they're safe.
Yes. All right. I found a couple of things.
I think I just saw a word on the news story you're about to share.
Yes, you did.
And you're an asshole.
Just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles. Really, sometimes I don't watch the news.
Because we see this dude every day. I mean, every day.
I didn't make this kid pass out on my floor. People wanted to be here.
Oh, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just
Customer out here, what's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Where are your parents?
All right, so we're gonna go all the way to where are we going? Hong Kong.
You're an asshole.
Yep. A man was caught trying to snuggle more than snuggle. He's caught trying to smuggle. A man was caught trying to smuggle more than 100 live snakes into mainland China by stuffing them into his pants.
So guys, walking back from the restaurant, there was a cute little snake. JT said, he goes, "Oh, look, a cute snake." And I said, the only cute snake is a dead snake. And then you decide to share a story.
Mike and I both went, what was my story? Oh,
you're reading about snakes.
Yeah. They found 6 canvas drawstring bags sealed with tape in the pockets of his pants.
So these were little snakes, not big snakes. Oh my God, why did you show
you?
I know, I just wanted context. I didn't need to see.
Sorry. They found 5 species of snakes: milk snake, western hognose snake, corn snake, Texas snake, rat snake, and a bull snake, 4 of which are non-native to China, and none of them are venomous. If a bite still hurts. But in June, another man apparently was arrested attempting to smuggle 454 endangered turtles from Macau to mainland China.
Now, snakes are okay, and they are good for our planet as long as they're not on my property or near me. They can live anywhere that is not on my property or near me. I have video of me using tongs from the grill and a hoe to cut the head off snakes that I find in my flower beds because it ate my baby bunnies. Snakes and spiders need to be dead if they're near me.
The next story is it's a line that you'd never think you'd read, which is, gay furry hackers claim credit for hacking Heritage Foundation files over Project 2025. I don't care about the politics. It's that they're self-proclaimed gay furry hackers. Let's see here. They released a cache of Heritage Foundation material as part of a string of hacks at the organization, which is pretty cool. What's ridiculous are the comments. If anybody's going to get their paws on that information, or it's a howl, or I feel like this is how we get back on track. I summon the army of gay furries in the Satanic Temple. Combine your powers and activate. Anyways,
I guess I should have warned you before I took the gummy. I am allergic.
oh, why'd you do that?
I normally just take a Benadryl first. I'm not sneezing, but my
yeah.
nose is starting to run, and my nose is turning red.
Do you need a Benadryl? It's too late now.
I've got Benadryls.
Oh, good.
I got an epi if we need it.
This isn't snakes, but also it's something else down pants.
Okay, but this one is kind of funny.
A man in leopard print pajamas is busted with gerbils down his pants after a pet store break-in. He literally is in leopard pajamas. He was found with hamsters down his pants. He's 31. His name's Matthew Pancake.
Is that his real name?
Yes, it says Matthew Pancake. And the original pronunciation was Pankake, and they decided to push past that. Anyways, charged with breaking and entering and vandalism after several stores were burgled on the west side of Columbus, Ohio. Of course it was.
What was he going to do with those hamsters?
They reported to a break-in. 100. He's
not
pleasant.
Not attractive.
Several animals were seen running around at the price like Jumanji. They recovered 2 dogs, multiple birds, a hamster, and at least 2 rabbits. The police sergeant, Joe Albert, said officers were still searching for animals, including a ferret. He goes, one day you're running after a suspect, the next day you're running after ferrets and bunnies. They think he's connected to all 3. So, go Columbus.
So can I show them what I carried in my suitcase today? And I think this is why TSA inspected my bag.
Oh, yeah, it's totally why.
So the Wine and Crime girls are here at the festival, and I adore them. Lucy is the original spooky bitch, and I love her, and she loves bones. So I brought a Ziploc bag of bones that I have found while out walking. And these are little fingertips bones from an animal. This one still has the tendon attached. Isn't that just awesome? So I brought a bag of bones to give to Miss Lucy.
I'm blinking twice.
I'm just waiting till you're asleep.
We may never know. And TSA couldn't afford to do a DNA test, so. They
are not from a human, so this one we think is from a deer.
That's unique.
Mm-hmm. It's where the tendon and the joint is. So,
they should have Apple tagged those so they didn't lose it.
My granddaughter and my nieces and my nephew, when they would come visit when they were younger, his last husband, God, I wish. But we can't talk about what I did with his body, and the bestie will never tell. So anyway, but we would go do bone collecting. And one time we found something like 17 different cow bones.
I gotta have more cow bones.
Got to have more cow bones. And I'm sad because I couldn't find, I have a hog bone that's the jaw and it has all the teeth in it. And when I moved out of my office, I don't know where I put them. So I'll have to find them and send them. But yeah, I brought a bag. Texas Tough Ziploc bag for bones.
That is not really a brand.
It is. It's HEB Texas Tough Ziploc baggies.
Oh. Texas.
It's Texas.
We put our name on everything.
Now,
condoms because we don't like.
So, you want to hear the crazy thing Texas is now doing? There is now a vending machine where you can go buy ammo for your gun 24 hours a day in Texas, in the hill country. Now, you do have to show your ID. So it scans your ID and it keeps it. But so here's my thought. You go out and you get drunk and you get in a fight with somebody, or you get in a fight with your spouse or with your podcast partner at 2 a.m., you could just go buy more bullets.
Yes. Yes. You couldn't ride a bike to go do it because that would be driving under the influence.
That's true, but you can buy
You
bullets.
sure as hell could walk there and buy bullets.
Didn't they put a breathalyzer on it? Could you just see that you have to blow before you can buy bullets?
Say that again?
You have to blow the little breathalyzer thing that you blow in?
It's no, because everybody has a right to own a firearm. Everybody, including stupid people, would 100% do all the things we think could happen.
And I just realized I touched the bones with my hand that still had the tendon on it.
I'm just over here.
Yes. Okay.
I can't.
I am just going to say,
I know.
oh, Miss Amy Beth, I agree. Normally you have to buy then blow, right? Oh, I'm going to just say I'm glad we're in Denver because we are a little unusual today.
That's no different than any of my days. My days are spent unusual.
Now, you did remember to bring pajamas to sleep in, right?
Actually, that's a funny story. Yes, I did.
Okay.
However,
after I reminded you?
It wasn't until the morning when I realized, I didn't pack any. I probably should pack those. I was like, what am I thinking? I literally made a list. I made a list of everything I needed to pack. Those were not on there.
Well, I can guarantee you, people, I did bring pajamas. I don't sleep in pajamas at home.
I would have been walking to the Target across the street.
But I will be sleeping in pajamas tonight.
Yeah.
And considering we have plans tonight with Mr. Mike from Brew Crime.
Yeah. We haven't figured out what it is, but we'll find out.
I do want to hear more about you trying to walk into a lake last night on the murder trail.
Yeah, so riding the bus here, where it drops you off is over by the bridge before you go across to Chewy's. That's where the bus stop is.
The 2 miles down the road.
Or about a quarter, yes. So I crossed the street as soon as I could to go down the driveway, and you know what? They told me that apparently that whole issue, like that question, is like an actual thing. Like there's an actual question on.
Oh, is
those like that?
Okay.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird. I don't stand. I do not stand up.
You don't stand up to pee?
To wipe. That's what she said.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, good news. We will not be sharing a bathroom. So.
Am I? Oh, yeah, the lake story. That's where I'm bathing.
Yeah.
I went past a hotel that's across the way, but I didn't know that there was a lake in between the hotel and the other one. And so I didn't run into it, but I saw this gate, and then I saw the gate go all the way down that way and all the way down this way, and I was like, should have followed Google. Should have listened to the map. No, JT wanted to fly as the crow does. Ended up walking there anyways.
Okay. I have a feeling we need to make an agreement right now that this may not be Vegas. It may be Denver, but there are some things we might want to leave in Denver after this weekend. Some stories.
Like me bathing in the lake?
Yeah, like you bathing in the lake with all the green algae.
I mean, it's just a pour. You just, like a mud. Never mind. I am not a crow. You are correct. Thank you. I appreciate that from both the reality and Game of Thrones.
I don't know what happened, but I just got really hot. I just got warm. Look at my face. Is it all red? Oh, now he's showing us his butt on camera.
One Skittle.
Oh, I've already got it down to 65.
It won't go anywhere.
It won't go anymore. It's okay.
Hi.
Maybe it's the hot wine that's doing it.
Or it's the Skittle.
Or the Skittle. So, I am going to just confess up front. I am the least prepared for my case than I have ever been. I pulled a JT.
What?
I waited till the last minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't argue with that at all. Ever.
Did you get a haircut?
Yes.
Because you keep playing with your little flip.
It's because I'm just self-conscious about it. And,
It's very cute.
well, I'm learning to like it, even though I chose it. Yes.
And because of me, he remembered his hat that he dropped on the floor at Chewy's.
I don't want that hat. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you.
So now I do want to go back to Gypsy Rose because this just hit my brain. What if it's not the current boyfriend's baby? What if it's the guy she's divorcing?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
What would happen?
she didn't have much time between the two, from my understanding.
Maybe he's cool with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you have to know if you're dating.
I mean,
There's gonna be a lot of stuff.
did they maybe not teach her about contraceptive in prison?
Well, probably not in prison.
Because I don't think her mom did.
No, but at some point she had to glean. Correct?
There are
No.
women who give birth who didn't even know they were pregnant.
It's not your belly button. That's all people need to know. Not that.
I was speaking about pull it out. Somebody said something about pull out. JT, first thing he told me when he got here, he didn't pull out last night. Mike's pull-out couch.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Yes.
He said he didn't pull out last night.
No. Cue initial confusion. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I don't think Terry's brain is functioning correctly.
Yeah. Maybe we need to move on to the next
I was going to say, I'm going to let you get with your case.
Okay.
Because I don't know what your case is.
Erin Corwin.
Man or female?
It's a woman.
Oh, okay.
So, the disappearance of and murder of Erin Corwin, who was a 19-year-old pregnant woman from Twentynine Palms, California.
Shit, so we're going dark. Okay.
A little bit. 2014. I mean, there was national attention, highlighted vulnerabilities faced by individuals in tightly knit military communities.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about a ton of stuff, but starting with the background, and by a ton of stuff, I mean a reasonable amount for the time that we're going to be on.
You are, man.
Yeah. So Erin was born July 15th, 1994.
My son was born in 1994.
I don't think there's a connection.
Did you pick this case because it's in July and we're doing July?
Actually, absolutely not. I just liked it because I picked this months ago.
I know we did.
So no. So she spent her early years in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. She's described as compassionate. She was deeply involved in her community. She excelled in sports. She was known for being friendly. In 2012, she married Jonathan Corwin. John was a Marine stationed at Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in Twentynine Palms, California. The couple's move to California marked a new chapter in Erin's life, where she embraced the challenges and opportunities of military life, and she wanted to become a mother. So, however, on June 28th, 2014, she was reported missing by her husband, John, after she failed to return from a planned outing to Joshua Tree National Park. The disappearance triggered an immediate and widespread search, which was led by San Bernardino's. What?
Is this where she was having the affair with the guy that lived next door?
Spoilers.
But is that this case?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
sorry. I love this case.
No, well, I'm sure I'll leave some stuff out, but look it up yourselves. So you were worried about being called a lush on the way in, so you made me carry one of them. San Bernardino, their sheriff's office led that search, aided by the FBI and numerous other volunteers. It essentially was a desert where she was last reported to be said going.
In Joshua Tree, all desert?
Honestly, I haven't looked at pictures, but probably.
Probably. Okay.
They remained determined they were going to find her. Eventually, suspicion soon centered on Christopher Lee due to his close proximity to Erin. Now, you notice that's not the name John, right? So, real quick, Christopher Brandon Lee was born February 17th, 1987, a touch older, in Anchorage, Alaska. Also had a military background. He's served as a Marine. He lived in the same neighborhood with his wife and children. And he crossed paths with Erin. And their friendship became more. What?
I put my glasses on
Yeah, sure.
because I normally have big monitors and I can't read the comments. And somebody said, Terry, you're probably better off not reading the comments.
Probably. So he was born in Anchorage, Alaska. I said that. But so it developed into this affair, and because of this, and because at a certain point it was told to John, and John communicated with him, "Don't get near my wife again." And then they decided to start doing things quietly, and so they were meeting up for something at the park, and he decided, well, she was pregnant, and I think that was an issue for Chris.
Oh, I didn't know she was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not know she was pregnant.
He denied any involvement, but as investigators kind of dug around, it was revealed that Lee conducted internet searches on topics such as how to dispose of body, how to break someone's neck.
Okay, wait a minute. I've researched those topics.
Not recently, right?
I'll never tell.
Neither were investigators. So after they did a 7-week search for the body. And on August 16th, 2014, Erin's body was discovered at the bottom of a 140-foot mine shaft.
That's a long way down.
Yeah, at Joshua Tree National Park. They used dental records to confirm. But they, let's see. That was a big breakthrough because the DNA. It shifted that missing person inquiry to homicide, and then they started really looking at Chris. So he was quickly identified as the prime suspect because of DNA. On August 17th, he was apprehended in Alaska, where he fled after the discovery. He was charged with first-degree murder, with prosecutors alleging that he had carefully planned and executed. Oh, excuse me, Erin's murder. I feel like it's hitting.
It's hitting.
No, it's technically 10-21 for me. So
okay, I am just feeling very loved now. My sometimes sister just joined. Sometimes sister, you want to close your ears. This has been a little risque. I'm drinking straight out of the bottle. I've done gummies.
I have that influence on people. They thought, they believe that he carefully planned and executed her murder due to fears that her pregnancy would expose their affair.
But how did he know for sure it was his? Because she was married and she was also with her husband, right?
I don't know. So but I don't know. It did not end well for her, and so there was a the trial that followed was pretty. I'll start singing "Pick Up the Bones" by Alice Cooper. You'll quickly stop. It was highly publicized, the trial, and testimony revealed the depth of Lee's deception and betrayal, detailing how he had manipulated Erin into trusting him while concealing their relationship from his wife and the community. But forensic evidence search, it I'm trying to.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll do an internet search. How to kill
The,
podcast partner in hotel room and get away with it.
Put them in like. Yeah, so the testimony backed the prosecution, and the internet search. All of this painted just a terrible picture of his motives and actions that led up to it. They had not everything's in here. When they had found her, they also, I believe, there was some kind of like a gas can or whatever. It was like
it was a propane,
Yeah,
propane tank that you put in your gas.
He had
grill.
tried to put that down there and light it. But I don't know. There was also the Sprite bottle that was near her.
That was creepy because I don't know if you read this, but what I remember about this case, her husband proposed to her with the ring because she always drank Sprites. He put the ring on the Sprite straw, and that's how he proposed to her.
And so
then the boyfriend said, I always think of you as Sprite. So he kind of did the Sprite thing too. He couldn't be original.
No. I think, it didn't. I can't imagine because all the stuff in terms of injuries were all discovered to be post or pre, which means she suffered a great deal and she was alive when she went. So, well, they did say, sorry, the cause of death was strangulation.
But
he had like a 2 rebar and like a
he did a not a grommet.
No, I think you're right. It doesn't matter. It does, but so that's what he did, and then she went over, and so just.
Oh, what is that thing called? Where you
Garrett.
do it, Garrett?
I got it. So they November 3rd, 2016. They found him guilty of first-degree murder with special circumstance of lying in wait, because he did. He sat there and waited for her. When they went to go look for her, they saw the car, but then they saw steps going. Yeah, so
he didn't cover his tracks very well.
No. He thought that the well would be enough. He's sentenced to life in prison. There's no possibility of parole. So at least they don't have to go up for a parole hearing every so many years.
But does he get appeals?
Yeah, I would imagine so. He just but they found his DNA on stuff, and just it's a case that's quick.
Didn't his wife know?
I think
that he did it. I don't know why.
John knew too, and he had threatened.
Yeah,
for him to go away, but he did not. But by all reports, her husband was great.
Yeah, she just got bored because he was working so much. I mean, she was also young. That's why you shouldn't get married before you're 25.
They met in 5th grade.
Yeah,
and they got married when she was 19.
Yeah.
I mean, far be it for me to judge, but
yeah,
it's a little early.
I mean, I got married when I was 20. Was I 20? Yeah, I was 20.
I don't know.
I was 20
I wasn't there.
when I got married to Loser.
The first one.
Or the kids call him sperm donor, but I just said that on live. Okay.
Well, it's your turn, so grab a script.
I got it. But I have to put on my glasses to read. So mine is just as dark, but a little different. So Bruno Fernandes de Souza. Is that how you say Souza? Souza?
I don't know.
Okay. He goes by Bruno. That's what he's known. He's a Brazilian footballer. And for those of us that are Americans, footballer, that means soccer.
I mean, I knew.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
But he had a great career. He was born in 1984 in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. He began his football career at a young age, showing promise as a goalkeeper. And he rose through the ranks of Brazilian football, eventually playing for top clubs like the Flamengo. Is that Flamingo?
Flamengo. Literally.
It's Brazilian. So anyway, he was considered to be a really awesome guy who could play with the ball with his feet. Okay.
I like how you describe it.
I mean,
that was good.
How else?
I don't know. I'm a mascot. I don't play sport. I don't sport.
You don't sport?
No,
Okay.
Dance around in a.
So in 2010, Bruno was implicated in the kidnapping and murder of his former girlfriend, Eliza Samudio. The crime, of course, shocked Brazil and lots of media attention. He was arrested, and the investigation revealed some gruesome details, including the involvement of several accomplices. Yeah. Now, the thing that is kind of, it was a crime that was shocking, but she was a 25-year-old model and actress who was in a relationship. They had a son whose name was Bruninho.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of cute. Bruninho.
Oh, I do.
So, but their relationship was tumultuous, and that she claimed he was the father of her child. And she also had complained that he had threatened her, and then she went missing. And immediately in the investigation started pointing towards Bruno and his associates. So it was revealed he lured her to his home under false pretenses. And then once she was there, she was held captive, tortured, and eventually murdered. She was dismembered, and her remains were fed to dogs.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, the dogs. Yeah. So, but it's a teenage cousin of Bruno's who confessed to his involvement, basically spilled the beans on everything. So Bruno was arrested, including his wife, Dana, his friend Luis, and his friend Luis's name goes Macacaro, is the name he goes by. Is that a normal name?
Macarao.
I don't speak.
I don't understand the pronunciation.
But yeah, so it was thought and then later proven that Bruno orchestrated the murder because he didn't want to pay child support and he didn't want Eliza to threaten his career or his personal life.
So he murdered instead.
Uh-huh.
Yep. That checks out.
Yeah.
That logic is.
So I guess in Brazil, things are a little bit different for kidnapping and murder. He was found guilty. He was sentenced to 22 years in prison in 2010. 22 years.
2032. If the country lasts that long.
Guess what? He was released in 2017.
Of course. Yes.
And he attempted to return to professional football. He actually signed a contract to play. And because so many people in the fans and the public were like, that's not cool, can't do it, they dropped him.
Good.
Okay, guys, he was sentenced in 2013 to 22 years, got out in 2017. Help me math.
I don't know.
How is that 22 years?
All I'm saying is
I count 4 years.
There's no rehab in those prisons.
I know, but
so he definitely
2013 to 2017, is that 4?
13, 17?
14.
Yes.
Okay. Not even half.
Nope.
Not even half. So it is something that's interesting in Brazil. It led to some serious questions about whether or not athletes who are involved in serious crime should be allowed to return to their professions.
No. Any of the NFL players that have ever come back, it's been a waste of time anyways, but they also don't deserve the paycheck. Like, he killed somebody, so.
Yeah, I mean, and he kidnapped her and he tortured her. He cut her up and fed her to not Michael Vick's dogs, but you know where I was going with that. Sorry.
That, that went down like 30 minutes from the house I grew up in around high school.
I know. But so they say it's a cautionary tale about the consequences of criminal behavior for professional athletes. Brazil was shocked. In the US, I think, unfortunately, it would have been like, oh, another one.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Because there's been a lot. But it was sad. 22 years is all he got. And let's see what else I got. So what he was found guilty of: aggravated murder, kidnapping, hiding a body, and forming a criminal gang and corrupting minors. And he got 22 years for that.
And he only served 4.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That checks out. It's like mailing a bunch of drugs to yourself.
Yeah. So what I don't understand, the judge cited the heinous nature of the crime and premeditation is why he gave him such a harsh sentence.
Well, the judge gave him 22.
I know, but is 22 years enough for aggravated murder, kidnapping? I mean, 22 years for each of those things, maybe.
I mean, their prisons are pretty bad, but I think the 22 years is because they don't think that anybody's gonna
live.
That far. Yeah, to be honest.
So you think it's that bad?
What?
The prisons over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay. You know what I know about Brazil? I know from Fast and Furious.
That is a bastion of true information, I'm sure.
That's all I know.
So much so, shot on the California coast.
But it was said when the witnesses were giving information, he didn't kill her for several days. He held her for several days and physically abused and tortured her. And they said the details of the torture were so gruesome and about her body being dismembered that the jury, some of them got sick.
I
mean, just think of visually sitting there, not drinking, not on gummies. I'm getting all stopped up from the gummies. Yeah, I should have taken a Benadryl.
I said during the
Darren, what? He's having a brain fart.
I am. Forget it.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Now, I didn't. So the other people were only given 15 years. That was the most somebody else was given.
And they were out in 15 years. I bet you. I
You
wonder
think
if
that
they served the whole time.
I don't
And he
know.
didn't.
I don't know. But I will tell you this. I want to say, if the question comes up, if a professional athlete does something that is a felony, they should not be allowed to play sports and get paid.
Correct. Yeah.
Like,
And not only that, but every contract should be null and void.
yeah.
And they should not be making money any further than that.
I mean, just like I've said with Michael Vick,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have been allowed to be an athlete again, and he damn sure should have never been allowed to own animals again, but he owns dogs.
Well, of course he did. And after spending time in Leavenworth.
But I also think if you murder a girlfriend,
You shouldn't be able to have another girlfriend.
you shouldn't get out of prison to have the opportunity.
That too.
You should be the bitch. You should be the girlfriend in a prison somewhere. So that's all I got. Because like I said, I didn't very.
I honestly think that this has been entertainment.
I hope we've been entertaining, to say the least. Because my head feels like it's exploding.
It's going to be a long night.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm going to bed
Oh, okay.
soon.
After we go see Mike.
After we go see Mike, but soon. So we are planning on sneaking some lives in. Are we going to give people any notice before we do, or just pop in?
It's probably keep an eye on your notifications because it could be 5 minutes, whatever. But also we can put up some posts on the YouTube little board. So if you subscribe, it'll.
What's a YouTube board?
There's a message board on YouTube for everybody. I thought you knew this.
I did not know there's a message board.
Knew. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
We need to work on our communication. I know he can barely finish a sentence.
Talk to us more.
I am stopped up. I can feel I'm going to definitely have to take a Benadryl.
I mean, in fairness, I didn't go to bed until like 2:30 this morning and was up at 6 because I thought it was 8.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
That's my...
But yeah, so he will put a notice on that message board thingy. And I'm sure he will put it on Discord.
Yes.
And I'm sure we will post pictures.
Yes.
And I will try to record when we FaceTime with Jasper.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And then we can share that with everybody.
She had to get the hell out before Jasper realized she was going.
I did, guys. For those of you that are a parent, sometimes when your kid's being quiet and you don't want them to cry when you leave, you kind of sneak out. That's what I did to Jasper today.
My kids would never let me hear the end of it. Even if I got away with it, they would go, "Where'd Dad go?" And then they would never let me.
I snuck out. And now Double H is 100% in charge of Jasper for the next 4 days.
Be prepared.
I'm concerned.
Does Jasper like?
He does like Double. He just wishes that Double, or Dad to him, I guess, not Double H, would cuddle him more. But Double H is like, he's a goat.
He's an inside goat. It's different.
But he's still a goat.
But
he doesn't I don't
He's
think
taken care of better than my children.
I don't think Double H will like go take him and cuddle up in bed and sleep with him like I did.
He literally
Yesterday.
eats Cheetos out of the bag.
He does.
He's more human than I am.
Yes. And I am not allergic to cigarette smoke. I am allergic to weed. Mary Jane. I'm allergic to that. I have been all my life. When I go to concerts, I have to pop Benadryl or I start sneezing really bad. I thought somebody was coming in the door.
Me too.
Somebody was opening the door, I think, across the hall from us,
Yes.
but it's not ours.
No. Well.
Okay, now nobody come and kill us since we told y'all where we are. Because we are in room 509. Oh,
You're
just
wrong.
kidding, I'm wrong. I would never tell them our hotel room.
I just laughed like Seth Rogen, and so that means that it's time to go.
It's time to go. Yeah. Terry's feeling a little off her game. But I hope you guys were at least entertained, because I'm not going to say it was our best case coverage. But I think we were entertaining.
Yes. I always like it when people laugh at me and not with me.
Ooh, we're in room 237.
Is that what they said? No.
What room is 237?
Is it the Shining? Because that's like an hour north of here, which I really want to go. The Stanley Hotel.
Yeah. So we will pop on in between everything. We will record the next live. We will share it all with you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us. This was fun.
You joined us better than we joined us. So nice. Well done, you.
And I don't remember what we normally say.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Take care of yourself, your friends, your family, your community. Don't let anybody dull your sparkle. And shine on, you crazy diamonds.
Stay safe. Watch out for crime, especially JT tonight. And enjoy your wine time. Bye, guys.